Okay, so I just wanted to pop on to show you a new abbreviation that I'm introducing in one of my latest kits. So my latest kit is going to be this. It's going to be how to knit your own advent calendar or mini stockings for your Christmas tree. It comes in a kit of making 6, but you can double up to make 12 if you so wish. And I also show you how to stitch on replicated knit stitches, so you can actually add these numbers. So it's not intarsia knitting, it's not knitting with more than one colour. I'll show you the back so you can see, look. It is just using a needle and thread or a needle and yarn to add those decorative stitches in. But within this new pattern, there is a new abbreviation and it says TBL. And what that means is through back loop. So I want to show you what that means. When we are knitting something with a decrease, so this is one of my stockings again, it's going to be knit upside down like that. So as we are creating this lovely leaning decrease that goes towards the left, here I've used a slip, slip, knit decrease. And you can see it creates quite an obvious decrease because the stitches that I've actually decreased, how many times can I say decrease? Probably like 5 or 6 more. It's really raised, so it's really, really obvious. And that's because I've done the slip, slip, knit decrease. However, if we do the knit 2 together through the back loop, yes, it's still raised, but it's less so. It is less obvious than the slip, slip, knit. So I want to show you what that looks like. I have my stocking. I've knit my suitable amount of rows. And the first thing I have to do to create this lean here on the inside step of our stocking, I need to knit the first 2 stitches together. And if we knit 2 stitches together, which is abbreviated as K2TOG, it will look somewhat like this. Just moving my camera slightly, apologies. Right? Now, in this new pattern, it will say K2TOG, so knit 2 together, TBL. That means knit 2 stitches together through the back loop. So what that means is I'm going to take the needle out, and instead of knitting through the front of my stitches, I'm going to knit through the back. So I'm literally feeding my needle through the back of these 2 stitches. So at a front view, it will look a little bit like this. Side view, it will look something like this. You can think of it, if that confuses you, you could think of it as, you know how you purl? It's kind of like purling, but you're purling at the back of those 2 stitches, okay? So that is TBL, through back loop. And it will create a decrease, but it'll be slightly less obvious than the slip, slip, knit. So I'm going to show you that again. I'm just going to knit a stitch so we have a nice even break. In fact, I'm going to knit 2. So again, I will come across an abbreviation and it will say K2TOGTBL. Lots of letters. But it means knit 2 stitches together, but knit them in the back of the loop rather than the front. I would prefer if it said knit through the back of the stitch than the loop, but hey ho. So remember, we're going to knit these 2 stitches together, but we're going to put our needle through the back. Just realised my finger was in the way, so I'll do that again. Apologies. We're going to put our needle through the back of those stitches like so. So we're knitting them, so from above view, side view, or front view, side view. So we're knitting them, but we're knitting through the back loop. And it will create a beautiful decrease, a beautiful lean that is somewhat less obvious. So there we go. That is the new abbreviation within my kits, TBL, through back loop. I sincerely hope you found that useful. And as always, happy knitting.